May I be the first? May I be the first to say that the URL rappers will be undefeated against the KOTD guys? May I be the first to say that?
I mean,
I got to throw down the dagger.
You could say that, but I mean, I definitely know that as much as the URL has great lyricism and you know, you guys have a great roster of people that I guess if you would call that a roster.
I definitely take part of my roster.
Okay, so they definitely know, from speaking to them, they definitely know that they're not coming here on a walk in the park. They know that they're coming against great lyricism out here, and they're coming in front of a great crowd. And yeah, I mean, it's no walk in the park over here, man. These boys got bars.
Bishop, I promise you, mark my words, to all the King of the Dot fans out there, you guys will walk out of that venue with not one win.
Words?
I promise you. I'm throwing the dagger down.
I mean, I think you should fly out. I think you should fly out, Norbs, and then maybe me and you on the sidelines can maybe throw some money on it, because we can't really say.
I don't want to take your money.
That's fine. You know, I'm a gambler, so you know what I mean. If you get some dubs, you get some dubs. But I'm saying, no, Norbs, if you and the homies come out, fly out, because we can't really I can't announce any of the battles that are happening. But I mean, I can't say that KOTD's not going to catch. You can't say that. That's crazy.
Listen, I mean, I mark my words. I'll write it in blood, whatever you want right now. Now, one of your guys will win.
Come on, man. URL's had plenty of opportunity to try to go up against King of the Dot in the ring.
Listen, you guys have done it multiple times already. We don't have to do it. I'm just telling you, my guys are walking out of it with W's.
All right. Well, it's yet to be seen. If everybody gets to KOTDTV.com, gets that pay-per-view, we'll see how much
support.
Bishop, in your personal opinion, what was the last KOD, the King of the Dot dude that beat a URL guy up there in your league, in your personal opinion?
He's gonna lie.
Well, no, you know what it is, right? I was listening to you guys earlier, and you know, I get it. A lot of people are really engrossed in, like, you know, they just know everything that's going on with all the battles, and somebody could tell me what Kid Twist said in 2006. Like, there's some cats out there that could say what Kid Twist said in his third round in 2006 versus, you know, dumbfounded. I can't do that, but I've definitely seen people hold their own. I don't know how many, like, who's considered a URL? Give me an example of a battle that was URL.
So, an example of King of the Dot versus URL. On Psycho's question, will probably be like Pat Stay versus Arsenal. Or
Arsenal's not. I mean, I love
Charlie
Big T, Young.
My bad. Clips versus
Charlie Clips versus Hollow Hand, something like that.
Yeah, that was easy. That was Clips 3.
I
definitely think
that's an easy one. But go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely think Charlie Clips had a phenomenal debut. You got to give me something where it's questionable, where people are wondering, or people have.
That's the point. It hasn't been questionable. But no, all just like, I'm busting Bishop Gunter's balls for all the fans that are out there, all you Canadians with the weird accent. I'm just breaking his balls. I fuck with King of the Dot. I'm just breaking his balls.
You know what? But we'll see. Yeah. But this event will be more of a situation where we'll have more things to talk about, because King of the Dot, we've got the fresh coach, we've got, you know, battlers. We've had, you know, Bender battle versus Sid Vicious. That was a crazy one. He's not URL. You know what I mean? But we've had cats go over. Like, I consider Disaster to be a King of the Dot battler. So do I. So I totally agree. So I mean, if we're gonna talk about a person from King of the Dot who's been able to hold it down, I mean, Disaster can put. I put money on Disaster any day. Any day. You put Disaster in the URL against. You got to put Disaster in the URL against in a situation where it's not a situation that got stretched out and took too long to go down. There was a whole bunch of mistakes that happened or misscheduling and all that stuff. It's got to be like, boom, disaster versus so-and-so. It's happening now, and it's going to go down, and it goes down, and disaster bodies any day. Any day.
I don't think he can be my top 5. I love disaster.
Who's your top 5? Give me your top 5.
He cannot be Charlie Clips. He can't. No way on earth. He can be Charlie Clips. And Disaster's my boy. I love him to death. He cannot be Hollow Dawn.
Look, I know we don't got to put disclaimers on. Let's just go through the top 5. Who's the top 5? Charlie Clips, you say. That's an interesting battle because
I'm talking about my personal top 5. Loaded Lux, Charlie Clips. I love Charlie Clips, Hollow Dawn.
Isn't Ill on it?
I love Ill Will a lot. I think Ill Will is...
No, isn't Young Ill on it?
Young Ill is like number 5 to me. Number 5 or 6. I'm not sure. I like Tay-Rock too, I'll be honest with you. My top 5 is kind of hard.
You think Tay-Rock would beat Disaster?
Be Magic. You ain't say Be Magic? I'm shocked.
I love Be Magic.
Be Magic is dope.
Yeah, you just named 7.
But I love my roster. I can name anybody in my roster that I really
so hold on. We'll do it like this way, Bishop. Then, with those names that he just said, you give me your top 5 or your top 7 or whatever. King of the Dot battle to go against them.
First of all, I'll put Pat Stay. I'll put Bender.
I think Pat Stay deserves to be on the URL. I've been said that.
Let's chill out
with anybody in the URL. Oh man, there's too many guys like that I can really that I feel like doing that work. We gotta chill out on the deserves to be on URL.
I always say on the show that State was one of the dudes over there, King of the Dot, I think could come over here and hold it down. Like I like Pat Stay.
I like Pat Stay. He just looks like he was in American History X, and he really lives that life.
Wow. Yo, listen. Bender could definitely hold his own out there. I mean, let's not get it twisted for a second. I mean, deserves to be on the URL. I think anybody that puts in the work, and anybody who's got the bars and who, you know what I mean, and does their numbers, I think anybody deserves to be on any league. I don't think it's about, I don't think it's about does Pat Stay deserve to be on the URL, or did Pat Stay do enough work and grind, and does he have the bars to cater to the URL crowd? Well, that's a different story. Absolutely, I think he does.
I totally disagree with you because I don't think anybody deserves to be on. I don't think anybody is warranted to battle on the King of the Dot or URL. I believe if you do battle on King of the Dot, you should earn it, or you should deserve it.
Oh, definitely. That's why we got ground zero. You know what I mean? In the same vein as the PGs, but we're talking about the elites, right? So in the same vein as the elites, I think that all of our elites and all of your elites, we all, I think we can all coexist together, and because these guys all bring great entertainment as long as we find the right matchups and make sure the business is good with everybody. I think that's been kind of taking away a lot of great fan matches, because we could actually have a King of the Dot versus URL if we were to put it that way. But we just have to do it.
Now, the reason I say we can't do it, I'm gonna tell you why. This is the reason, and it's because you guys. Because your last maybe year and a half or two of existence has actually been that, to be honest. Now, this was my whole thing. I did a Vlad interview. I did a bunch of interviews. I said I wasn't opposed of having it, but due to the fact that it's happening every event, there isn't anything big about it. Like, say, for instance, if you guys had your whole, for the next year, let's just say for the next year, if you had your guys going at it, and I had my guys going at it, and at the end of the year we meet for a big mega fest, that would make sense. But due to the fact that all your events have intertwined our battles, it doesn't make any sense. There's nothing special about it anymore. That's how I feel personally.
Well, it's all about marketing and promotion, though. I think that us as like Organic as a league owner, and you guys as league owners and stuff like that, I think we've got to take away the stigma of, like, these are our guys. What we need to focus on is the marketing of it, and we need to focus on the fact that these are just rappers and battlers that we should all shine a light on in a different way and promote it. It's all about the promotion and the marketing.
I agree with what you're saying, but when I think of Passe, I think of King of the Dot. I think of King of the Dot, and even if I were to bring Passe here, I would have him as King of the Dot rapper. When you think of Big T, you're thinking URL. It's not a bad thing because, WWE had their guys, WCW had their guys. It was
right.
rap, but it was wrestling, but it was too, whatever. It was still rap, but it was two different.
You could even do it to boxing. Top Rank has their people. Golden Boy has their people. They're fighters.
It's more like
exactly.
we can't. I think a better analogy for your argument would be kind of like baseball. Like a lot of people feel like in the league plays fucked up baseball, like kind of fucked up the World Series and everything and the All-Star game and all that shit, because before, the only time you got a chance to see the American League play the National League was either in the All-Star game or the World Series. But now that you got in-the-league play, you get to see these teams play each other all the time, so it's not as big a deal when they meet each other in the World Series because they might have played each other in the regular season. So I think that would be a great.
That is a great analogy, and the thing about that is this too: we can't help it that we have a great platform, we have a great fan base, great crowd, and great, we do great things out here. So we can't help it when, certain battlers start knocking on our door, hollering at us like, "Yo, we want to come to Canada." So we could have, held off on a lot of things because for years, once Organic decided to get a flip cam and started, filming the battles in the park in the back years ago, going on 6 years ago now. When he started doing that stuff, we came up with just, King of the Dot battlers. We had main events that were Hollow Hand versus Caliente. We had, main events where it was Kid Twist versus Hollow Hand. We came up in that rank. Now, the more that people find out about the more that people found out about what we were doing and how big it was getting and how it was growing, we've become this actual company that we take care of people that come in from out of town and we do great events, you know what I mean? So now it's like, okay, these people come from different leagues, so to speak. I'm not one for all that stuff because I'm just like, you know what I mean? If because Swave Sever, that's my brother, right? So when I know him from from the Stronghold days, from being with Pen and all them, and doing their things, and all of them spitting, and all of them being battle rappers. So I said to Swave, I'm like, yo, you're nice. Here's a lane for you to fuck with, and catch a couple bodies and get some publicity with Grind Time. So it's like, for me, I don't consider Swave to be a Grind Time battle rapper. He's been on
a lot of people do.
Done, right, but he's been on URL and done great as well. And I think that. And so there are people that say, he's coming in from URL or is he coming in from Grind Time or is it, all that. Me personally, I just don't rock with it in that sense. I just think like, man, all these dudes are dope. Shmrek!